Hello, how are we? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I'm recording this on the Friday, but you're probably going to be seeing it on the Saturday if you watch it straight away. And what we've got today is a Pokemon market patterns and repeatability video, which I've kind of stumbled across from this Reddit post that's on the screen. And when I've gone looking, I've found in my Pulse TCG trend charts some really obvious repeatable patterns that we're going to see happen again over the next few months. When it comes to Pokemon markets, and to be honest, any markets, when it comes to any investing markets, stock markets, crypto, all those kind of things, patterns and repeatability are prevalent, and they're really important because patterns and repeatability give investors confidence, because if they've seen something happen before, or even several times before, they can be confident that's going to happen again. The Pokemon market is full of patterns, and what we've got here is some recent ones that we're definitely going to see, in my opinion, happen again very soon. And by the way, I'm Cal, this is Calspokemart, and if you enjoy your Pokemon investing and market updates, then please subscribe and follow on for more of these. So this is on the Pokemon investing Reddit page, which is great for these kind of like bits of information. And what it's showing here, it's talking about the summer slump. So as you can see, every single Scarlet and Violet set here has been green all year. From January through till June, they're all green. It's been a massive bull run. And then in July, they've dipped. And then in August, month to date, they're still pretty much all dipping. Apart from Obsidian there, it's having another little run. So the summer slump is this here on the screen. We've had a massive, great big run. And then we're seeing 2 months of a decrease. It's not the market crashing. It's not all going to shit. This is just the market taking a breath. It's a normal cycle. Things just can't go up in a straight line all the time. So where does this come into context with the past then? We'll head over to Pulse TCG, where I've got my trend chart set up, which is part of the investor tier. And if you want to try out the investor tier, you can use code CAL at checkout to get your first month for free. Normally £10. I love it. I love these kind of features. This feature is fantastic. So what I've got on the screen here, I've showed this before, is all the ETBs from Scarlet and Violet up to Mega by block on a trend chart. So I do it by block because obviously you can see when they're going out of rotation, you can see those kind of like build-ups coming. So at block G here with 151 is the yellow line at the top. You've got Obsidian in this block, Paldean Fates, Paldea Evolved. Then we've got block H with Prismatic, Surging, and then we've got block I, which got Journeying Together, Ascended Heroes, all the ones in that block destined as well. So what I want to show you here is if you were around back last year, and if you're new to the hobby, you may not remember this, or you weren't around. 2024 looked like this chart. All of 2024, it went up. A lot of it was just going up in a straight line. Scarlet and Violet, especially Sword and Shield, had a massive run in 2024. And it kind of got to a peak here at the end of September, where from this point, we then had a 2-month downturn. Now, if you're around at this point, all the PokeTubers, they were all going, well, the market's crashing, it's all coming down. It wasn't. We had a 2-month breathing point, which is shown from here, September the 25th, up until, I'm looking at the 151 line there, but the other lines below reflect it, up until December 24th. So exactly 2-month period before we had the Christmas catalyst and things started to tick up slowly. So again, looking at the yellow line for 151, Christmas, people get a bit of Christmas money, Christmas presents, maybe buying into Pokemon a little bit. But then it had this huge run, okay? And you might be thinking, well, did it just run naturally, or has something actually provided the spark to make that run? And it had a spark provided, and you may not realize it, but what released on February the 20th? Ascended Heroes ETBs. They released on February the 20th, and literally to the day, 151 went kaboom, exploded. Why is that? All the people who botted and hoarded Ascended ETBs and the Pokemon Center ETBs especially, they got them that week and they flipped them straight away. Facebook Marketplace, card shows, YouTube, eBay, all those kind of places. And what do? Is they invest it straight away, put it straight back into the market, into the next item that had a catalyst, which in this case was 151. It dropped in price a little bit. It was just starting to creep back up. It's about to go out of rotation. And everyone's just dropped their ascended profits into 151, which has caused this huge run up. Then you can see the other sets behind it just lagged behind a little bit, because as people take profits here, they buy into the other ones. What's interesting to see, the same with Prismatic, that had its peak at the end of September, like we just showed with 151, tailed down for 2 months, the exact same 2 months, started to trend up. And then when the ascended ETBs came out, it ran up in price as well. And the price run-ups are, yes, the one thing is people FOMOing in, but it's people transferring profits into another product. It's what always happens, okay? But what's interesting to me is we go down to block I, the Ascended Heroes ETB, even though it came out February 20th, it actually took 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks before it started to see a run. Now, if we go to 151, and from where it started, February 20th, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, that was the peak of its price. So people cashed in while it was at its top, right up here. And what did they invest it in? The next hot thing here, and it caused the price then to soar. And it's the exact same pattern on the Pokemon Center ETB chart for Ascended Heroes as well. So where am I going with this? Repeatable patterns. What have we got coming out next, like Ascended Heroes, that's going to just flood cash into the market? Pokemon 30th. Pokemon 30th on 16th of September, we get the ETB straight away. We'll have a flood of Pokemon Center ETBs, regular ETBs, and we've also got the poster collections and some of the smaller things flooding the market at that date. Once everyone flips those products, they flip their PC ETBs, which I'm sure they'll be going for around at least 150, 200 pounds. They'll flip them, and what are they going to do? They're going to follow the same patterns as what we've seen previously, what we've just shown with 151 going into Ascended. Is what's the set that they're going to go into? Prismatic Evolutions, the pink line here. But Prismatic right now is down here at £133 for an ETB. The PC ETBs, I don't have the chart up right now, but it's following a similar pattern. I just changed my mind. I do have the PC ETBs on the screen just to prove the point. It's the blue line on this graph here. They were up in price and they've come down now to 326. So what's going to happen on September the 16th? 30th floods the market. Loads of people make loads of money flipping it on the secondary market, and they're going to put it into the next set, and it's going to be Prismatic. Now, we all know Prismatic is going to run when it goes out of rotation, but what's going to light the spark underneath it is the 30th. Now, we've seen 151 run just after Christmas. And I've been saying for ages that Prismatic is going to run earlier. One, because people know it's coming and they'll start FOMOing in earlier. And two, it's got this huge catalyst. It's got this huge catalyst of the 30th anniversary coming out to, sorry, I'm not even on Prismatic there, to spike it to the moon, basically, because people have the capital to put straight back into it. And I think it's a really interesting thing to look at here. And the fact that even here with Ascended, that 4-week period where Ascended stayed flat, people took their money from the 151 ETBs and then they ploughed it clearly into this product, which made it soar, the pink line here on the Ascended chart. Also, what we've got coming after 30th is then Delta Rain. And I think a lot of people will catapult profits from the 30th into Delta Rain, which comes out 6 weeks after, November 6th. You've got a 6-week gap. So you could see the profits and the ETBs from 30th just sort of tick up over those first few weeks. And when they get to a high point, people then flip them straight into Delta Rain. And the PC ETB for Delta Rain is going to be so popular, so sought after with that Kyogre promo, so expensive. It looks amazing. We talked about this in a recent video. That is what is going to happen, in my opinion, in the Pokemon market in the coming weeks, because we've seen the trend happen before when this guy ran and aligned with Ascended Heroes. Now, I don't think if you're serious into Pokemon investing that you need much encouragement to buy Prismatic at these prices, but it's really interesting to see the numbers and the charts and the history align to kind of make the decision even more strong and even more, put more confidence into that decision, doesn't it? And it's the same for me, myself as well. It's just an obvious no-brainer. It's definitely going to happen earlier though, so just bear that in mind. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to look at these patterns. These trend charts, by the way, on Pulse TCG, if you don't have the investor tier, but you'd like to see some trend charts, please let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. You can add any product to these, any cards. I could build the chart for you and we could go through it in a video. It'd be quite interesting to see. Any era as well. If the item is Impulse, then you can put it on a trend chart. So if you'd like to see that, then let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know your thoughts on what I've just talked about. And if you like the Pokemon investing and market stuff, then please subscribe. I'm doing this on a weekly basis, several videos a week, and the support would really mean a lot. So hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.